Hey everyone, welcome to another Lang Dev video. So what I've been doing just recently, just today, there's a potential job opening that I'm interested in, and they said it'd be a big plus to have experience with Twilio's API and with AI APIs like OpenAI's API, for example, or with interfacing with AI at least. So that's the way I'm interpreting it, as something that I, could maybe upskill on just in a night. So kind of started out with talking with Lang, talking with ChatGPT, and coming up with different ideas. This thread, yeah. So I started just talking with ChatGPT, saying that I want to do a small project in Python which leverages Twilio's APIs and AI. It'd be great if it could somehow benefit Lang as well. It should be something that has multiple phases where each phase is a complete project, as I'm not sure how long we'll have to dedicate to this. It should be something fun, like a game. So give me a list of 10 ideas with short descriptions of the phases for each. So came up with some different ideas, and one of them I liked, so I told to expand that idea into a full 4-phase plan. Each phase should have functional and non-functional requirements, and a list of technologies involved, and a very high-level implementation plan. And then I took that, fed that to a new prompt, just copied it right in, and just added on to the end here, generate a detailed task for each step of each phase's high-level implementation plans. And it gave me this great breakdown. These tasks are still pretty high level. These are like sort of user stories, I would say, perhaps, but that's sort of how this all started. So I created this new repo. I'm putting this in public, actually. Where this one's fun. So if you're interested, want to fork it and play around, that's fine with me. github.com/joshstep/charades, and you can have yourself a little bit of code. But this is where I'm at so far with putting it together. I just sort of bootstrapped a repository, have basic Django setup. I'm using UV to do all the management of dependencies for Python, and I've bootstrapped the windsurf rules, so I have this kind of came from Lang's windsurf rules pretty directly, with a bunch of stuff taken out that wasn't relevant to this project. And it's being bootstrapped up by .env files, and the last thing that I've done with it, which made me think that it was worth starting to record a video, is reasonably good results from this prompting. So I have this README, and I took, this will look familiar, I took from this, just went to the bottom, hit the copy button. If you don't know ChatGPT writes everything in Markdown, which is super convenient because if you hit copy, you're going to get the true inside. Like if I paste it here, look, see, this is Markdown. This is perfect. So we can just take that, throw that into the README, and then I will tell Windsurf to read the README for its understanding, and it does, and it gives me a nice little summary. I'm actually using this as my sort of task list. I started slashing off what has been accomplished so far, and then I told it to start understanding the project structure. So I told it to look at PyProject.toml, which, if you're not familiar with UV, this is the file that has all of your dependencies as well as all the configuration for Python tools. It's very good. UV is so great. Like, I love it. And to poke around the source directory recursively. So it went and analyzed some random stuff. At that point in time, it knew, hey, this is the Django project and application, that it uses UV, it has these development tools, it knows about stuff. So I gave this prompt. This was like, I think, version 2 of it only. And I said, let's create the necessary models for the charades game. Propose a plan for this. That's how I started with it. Also having the don't start editing anything yet at the end, of course. But ChatGPT likes to get creative, so it added a bunch of unnecessary fields that maybe kind of sounded plausible, but I want to keep this simple. I don't want to let ChatGPT cause feature creep. So I said, when considering, keep it as simple as possible. Keep it KISS, keep it stupid simple, or keep it simple stupid, depending on your reading of it. We are going for an MVP here. And don't start editing anything yet. So I came up with this. I thought this was pretty reasonable. Except we need to track whether a user is opted in or out. So that got added to it. And it asked me if it wants to proceed with implementing them. I said yes. And these are the models. I did tell it to remove the nickname concept. See, this is like how lazy I'm getting in a way. Like, there was one field here for the nickname, and I could have, selected it and deleted it, but I preferred to tell ChatGPT to remove the nickname concept, and it did it for me. I told it to add them to the admin pie, and it went above and beyond. It didn't just register them with the admin, but it did a very good job of setting up the list displays, list filters, search fields, read-only fields. It did all of this on its own, and its intuition about what fields should do what, I thought was very good. And so then I committed it and pushed it up. And now we're going to go ahead and add some endpoints. So this conversation already knows this project structure. So I'm going to try to just continue with this conversation rather than starting a new one. That way I can save the time and the credits of reprompting it to explore and get all of the context that I want it to sort of have. So create a schemas.py. We will Put the API schemas Django Ninja API schemas we already have an API.py, so I don't need to tell it to do that. Alright, let's see the schemas that came in with. Player out. So if we're retrieving the phone number, is active, opted in, created at, etc. So these are reasonable, but I realize I'm actually getting a little bit ahead of myself. I'm going to back up. So it's going to undo creating that file. And I'm going to think about what API endpoints will we need. What API endpoints we need for this project? Alright, so we'll need a webhook to receive the messages from Twilio, yeah. Player management, opt-in, opt-out. Now, I'm not sure if I agree with this because it's all going to be going through the webhook. Game sessions, start, submit. Again, it's really all going through the webhook. And these aren't bad, but I'll just use Django admin. So yeah, that's what I realized. That's why I went backwards, and it's just sort of confirmed this for me. We need to write an endpoint to act as the webhook to receive events from Twilio. Alright. A few questions. I'm going to throw web so it knows to do searches to answer these questions. What Twilio events related to SMS messaging exist? What else? That's good. I only have one question at the moment. I'm having the AI do the research for me. It's a lot quicker than doing it on my own. This does burn up credits. Each one of these, one credit used. So my plan, I've got 6,634.25 left. So, alright, sends an HTTP post/get with message details. You must respond with tweet ML to tell Twilio what to do next. Status callbacks. Alright. Now we've got a little bit more of a direction. I'm not just like, make an API. I usually thought, okay, what kind of API do we need? Didn't have to think very deeply. Alright, so we've got Twilio incoming message schema. Alright. So now we're going to have it to the API. We'll see if it does the way that I want it to. I'm hopeful. Wow, it really kind of went. I don't want that. I just want I want to do this more step by step. When you let AI just run with it, it's impressive, but that's where you get into the most problems. You want to take small steps. Nice little to-dos. This now looks pretty good. Ticked or so there's no status. I use SAS for status schema. Okay. Well, I'm trusted for now. I don't know any better. Okay. So the unfortunate thing is I can't really test these webhooks out yet. Why? Well, actually I think I can. I just can't send messages from my number yet. But I can receive messages, probably. Yeah. Okay. Let's make a few more adjustments. Just change things to be formatted the way that I like. I like things to be vertical because it's good for version control. It's good for diffs. If we added a new response type, we just have one line being added rather than one line being changed, and you don't know which commit did what. Verticalization is a good thing. Something's getting underlined here. Oh. This line is too long. I agree. Yeah, it's fine. It's just temporary. Alright, cool. This seems like probably a good spot to do a commit. So, what I'm gonna do, make sure we're on main. We are. Cool, we got that. We'll just mount them. See if Frequent's gonna format them or do anything like that. Nope, everything passes. You see, I always set up pre-commits to run rough and pywrite, pytest at the beginning of every project before I really start implementing the project. Same with the GitHub actions to do the same thing. It's one of the earliest things I do. It's good policy in my opinion. Alright, let's get this up to GitHub. And so go through. Sees all the changes. Another one, the main branch feature, Twilio, webhook endpoints. Sure. All right. That's good. To GitHub. Yep, that's good. This is like the laziest part. Alright. I know this is going to pass already because I ran it locally, so I'm just skipping running it. Save myself some action minutes. Better for the environment. Okay. Now, let's see if we can, well, so next thing I'm going to need to actually make this webhook work is it's going to need to get hosted somewhere. That's going to be a boring video. It's not really a video that's going to have, it's going to potentially have a lot of stuff that I don't want to display, like if I'm entering credit card details for a host or something like that. Maybe I can use ngrok. That would be cool. Let's Give it a try. I'm not going to use that grog. Well, how am I going to test it locally? Well, let's chat GPT about it. Portfolio. The tunnel sounds promising. Yeah, let's check out local tunnel. Alright. Yeah, we're doing local tunnel. Let's see if it's in brew. I prefer that. For that, it's installing at 3 npm. Yeah. Disco Queen. Alright. Let's run the server. Oh, yeah. This is just a development server, but it's fine. And then in this, we're gonna something where I just need to launch a new terminal. Come on. Be cool. It's gonna tell me that it's already installed, hopefully. Why can't we run local tunnel? It's great. It's like having tech support. Okay, it's LT. Okay. Or 8,000. Default host, localtunnel.me. Request the subdomain Lane Gang. Lookout. I don't know what the password is. That's it. URL, but yeah, local tunnel's not going to work, is it? This is for showing off a website. It's not just general port forwarding. That's too bad. Well, I think this is a good point to take a pause. I'm gonna take a break and get back. We'll figure something out. Lane Gang.